Live. Okay, so I'll be showing off the knives in no particular order, except for my first knife. I'll be showing that off first. And it's a multi-tool. It's by Craftsman. I can't remember when 13 maybe. But we open it up. Got a pair of snippers. I should use this for like model kits. But we also have we also have my favorite part of this when I was a kid, knife. The edge is like you can the edge is like horrendous. You can see focus. You can see just like how damaged the edge is. It's not a fine edge. Stop focusing on the mirror polish of the blade. Ooh, that's actually mirror polish. Nice. There's the edge. Maybe if I do this, you can also see like I don't know what I did here. But yeah, let's just put this away before I cut myself. I mean, it practically has no edge at this point, but you know. And here's a file. Used this just the other day to file down a thing on Animated Motor Master because this wheel was not turning properly because there was like a sprue thing. This is a flathead screwdriver. Obviously, I don't know what this thing is. I really don't. I would tell you if I knew, but I have no idea what this thing is. No clue. I've had this for years and it's not rusted, and I'm quite surprised that it has not. We'll just go ahead and yoink. This, I believe, is a bottle opener. This might also be a bottle opener. I don't exactly know. And here is the Phillips head to not exactly combat, but like to contrast the flathead. And if we just get this thing out, here is a little keychain thing, so you can attach it to your keychain. But yeah, that's this. Pretty useful. I used to carry this everywhere. This still holds a special place in my heart. It's, to be completely honest, probably more than likely made in China, just like most of these, if not all. Just real quick though, just put this over there. This isn't necessarily related to knives, but this kind of looks like a shuriken. I'm not gonna lie, like a bronze shuriken, and it is actually made out of stainless steel and painted gold. I didn't do that. I found it like that. I bought it like that. It's obviously a rip off of a fidget spinner. I mean, it technically is, but like, it does not have the fidget spinner brand on it. Listen. Oh wait. But yeah, same concept as fidget spinner. The quality isn't as great. But on the topic of fidget spinners, gracious, I have a fidget ninja. Just thought I might bring this piece of nostalgia back because why not? Anyways, With those two somewhat useless things out of the way, I unfortunately have a bunch of those. Next up, you know what? Since we did multi-tool, let's do this one. Why not? So these ones are pliers and wire cutters here. And the tools are not stored inside here, they're stored out here. So this one is the knife. It still has its factory. Ew! The blade is grody. It still has its factory edge to it. Actually, there's a little bit of a nick here and there. But what's really cool about this is the locking mechanism. So with this one, if you got something out, it essentially just relies on this friction, essentially. So you can just push it back. I almost cut myself. I felt the edge right against here, but it's not sharp enough to immediately cut me. But this, you can't do that. You can't, no matter how hard you try, unless you break it, but it'd be kind of hard to break metal. Well, that guess depends on the metal. But no matter how hard you try, you wouldn't be able to close it. So how do you close it? These little springs, well, these switches, I guess, on a spring. You pull them down, then there you go. So, like a little safety, I suppose. And here we have flathead screwdriver. And to counter that, somebody going along, that's amazing. Phillips head. Now, the Phillips head might look a little bit strange to you, but that is because there are some Phillips head screws that are more, I guess, horizontally wider. Is there a marker around here? No. You know what? Just go find a Phillips head screw around your house, and I'm sure you'll find I'm sure you'll see what I mean. And here we have a saw, in case you're an absolute psycho, because I really don't think that you're going to do really anything with this, because it's not big enough to, like, it's not big enough to cut off like a wood plank. I suppose it'd be good for, like, cutting off a branch or something. I don't know. And here we have a serrated blade. So this is just completely serrations. Now there are some knives out there that's just, why are you so stiff? Where it's just a smooth edge and then serrations. That's very common in blades that I've seen recently. Gosh darn. And here is a bottle opener, I believe. Or maybe a pry tool. I don't really know. Maybe this... Actually, I think this might be a pry tool right here. Hang on. I think this might be it. I don't know. But over here we have scissors. These may not look like scissors. Okay, well, you can see it from over there. Yeah. I have one more. Oh, right. I have one more. You stay like that. I have one more multi-tool. I'm just gonna put this over here. Where did I put it? Here it is. Bass Pro Shop. These are the babies. Over here we had, I think it's a toothpick. I really don't know if it is. Gross. But on this side, we have our tiny little tweezers. It'll get a splinter out. As you can see here, we have a keychain. Over here, we got snippers. These snippers are actually damaged. That's interesting. Snip, 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 snip. Anyways. Yoink. And over here, we have, I think this is a file. I can't really tell. But it's not sharp at all. Like, not sharpened. I'm kidding. Here is the knife. Yeah, no, as well as that factory edge, just a few nicks here and there. So, funny story about this. One Christmas night, I woke my brother up, like, hey, it's Christmas. It was, like, still dark outside, and I happened to have this, because I recently just got it, and I was just opening it and opening it and closing it. But this one time, like, this is in the dark, I was pressing against it because I thought I was closing it. Obviously, I didn't know the difference between an edge and a blunt. You would think that'd be obvious, but I guess I wasn't. I guess it wasn't to me. But either way, I pushed and pushed and pushed, and then it cut through my thumb. I was like, oh, okay. Like, it wasn't a bad cut. It was just like a little slice. Wasn't bad, but opening presents didn't feel that great that Christmas. Okay. Next one. I guess we should just start with this. This is my first Trainer Balisong. Oh, I should have got my Lego Trainer Balisongs. I might show that off another time. But I got this off of Amazon for $10. You can find these for cheap. Like, this is $10. And this is old. The tang here is kind of loose. There's lots of blade play here. I mean, granted, I'm fine with that because it gives more of a, it opens more freely, I suppose. My only concern would be is if it was too loose to the point where the handle or the blade could fly out. That would be very bad. I did actually drop this on my toe, and it did actually cut up on my toe because of the tang. This has been thrown on accident when I was doing tricks. As you can see here, there's like, right along here, you can see where it's been hit by things. It's been dropped on the concrete. It's seen a lot of things, but I bought it because it was blunt, because it looked somewhat traditional, and it had dragons on it. I love dragons, so it was just a no-brainer for me. My next one, I'm just going to put this over here. My next one is by Imtech USA. This knife is garbage! I hold on to it because it's a reminder to myself to look at the product reviews before you buy it, instead of just looking at the stock photos. You can see that's already, like, horrible. I also got it because it has a more traditional latch, and say this, which is springed, so you could do tricks without the latch getting in the way. This is just, it's terrible. This thing has actually come apart. Like the screws on here have actually come apart. So I've had to tighten it with my thumbs. Like that's how loose they are. And the blade is heavier than the hilts themselves. And it's just stupid. But one of the reasons why I bought it was because it was black and blue. Loved this shade of blue. And it had a dragon on it. Dragons, my weakness. I'm hungry. But yeah, I hold on to it because it's a reminder to myself to not just buy random things off the internet, like buy random knives off the internet without checking the reviews. And it's somewhat sentimental, and I mean, I guess it's kind of cool looking. Now, this thing says handcrafted in China. This is not handcrafted in China. None of this was handcrafted in China. It was probably made in China, but not handcrafted. Nah, I'm kidding. I wouldn't actually throw this. What infuriates me about balisongs being illegal in some states is that they're considered one or both out of two categories. They're either a switchblade or a gravity knife, and they are neither of those. And the reason why is because a switchblade is essentially automatic. So you would press a button, and it either shoots out of the handle or it flips out, which is a silver guard, if I'm not mistaken. And that does not happen with the butterfly knife. And a gravity knife, usually you actually open it and use gravity to deploy the knife, and then you close it. That's not how these work. These work on cylindrical force. So it falls into just cylindrical force. Not a switchblade, not a gravity knife. Cylindrical force. But I did get this one because I was looking for one that was similar to the Black Rose that the spy used in Team Fortress 2, which was a reference to another game. I forgot which game. I think it was CSGO. I swear, okay, gamers, comment which game that the knife is a reference to. It. I genuinely forgot. But I saw this one. I was like, ooh, I like this. I think it had a neat design, and this, I forgot the price, but again, it was kind of cheap. But this is actually pretty good. If this was sharp, I wouldn't complain, because this has stood the test of time. This is really good for what it is. It did say made in China, and granted, there is some blade play. Hi, Felicia. There is some blade play, but again, I said I like blade play on butterfly knives because it's easier to flip. Again, this is a spring latch. Spring latch. I don't know, spring locks, spring trap. Anyways, now I did look in the reviews, and somebody asked if it could be sharpened, and the person who replied back was like, yes, it can be. And I read in the description that it cannot be sharpened. And I'm like, okay. I mean, technically, it can be sharpened if you have like this humongous grindstone and you're just, I mean, but why would you do that? You're essentially just destroying the blunt blade here. So, but I mean, it's pretty cool. It did say that it was made out of, like, the handles were made out of zinc. As far as I know, this is not the color of zinc. This is more of the color copper. But I mean, it could be a zinc alloy. Um, I don't know, but this is also dropped on concrete. How are you doing? I am doing good. I am hungry, but I am doing good. Um, so yeah, let's just. No, wait, hang on. What is that? Yeah, it's just some gunk on the hilt. That's nice. That's always nice. Next one. You know what? After that, I then got my very first Sharp Balisong. Come here. He's tiny. But I have a smaller one, and you'll see it in a little bit. But this is made by Baron's Son. Ew, the blade. It's almost yellowish. But a funny story is that I got this for my 21st birthday, and one of the handles was very stiff. I think it was the safe handle. So basically, I was just moving it, and I accidentally dropped it, and it just grazed my hand. And then I just got this gigantic gash. In fact, you can kind of see it. It's okay. You can see it right there. The knife tip is like pointing right at it. So yeah, it. If we do this, you can. Let's see here. Where is it? Oh. Right there. That little white line. So yeah, that bled for like 2 days. That was fun. But my dad, as soon as I cut myself with it, he laughed. And he said that he wasn't laughing at me. He said that he laughed because I just got it. I said that I would not cut myself with it. And so I actually couldn't help but kind of chuckle up that myself, actually. Um, the hilts, not much blade play. I mean, it's all right, but I mean, Baron's Son isn't exactly quality, and it's small. He's small. Just a letter opener. Get in there. I guess in that case, after I got that thing, let me get this. I got this Imtech USA. Got this off of a third-party website, which at the time I didn't know. This is like $80 off the site. Again, Imtech USA. The box says it was handcrafted in China. It's not. Before you ask, this is not Damascus, as you can see here. But I was drawn to it because I like the design of the blade. I was like, ooh, that's really cool. So I bought it. It took a long time to ship. And basically, this has been with me for about 5 or so years. Wait, no. Which one? The math isn't mathing. Hang on. Okay, I don't think that I got this for my 21st birthday, actually. Come to think of it. Because I got this at least back in 2021, if not a few years earlier, maybe 2019, maybe 2020. If that's the case, then I've had this for 2 to 3 years. Anyways, back to the subject at hand. Oh yeah. Lots of blade play to be expected with Imtech. But this is my personal carry. I carry this pretty much everywhere I go, including even in the house. It is my pocket knife. I was in the market for a dual-edged Balisong, and I saw that. I was like, you know what? I'll take that instead. You know what? While we're on the topic of Balisongs, gas station knife. I really got this at a gas station in Orlando. I was heading home from Orlando after a 3-week vacation, and we stopped at the gas station, and I saw this, and I was like, I gotta have this. It was only $8, which was by far the cheapest one, and I mean, it's small. There was only one that was multicolored. There was a green one, and the rest were just silver. Like, I want this one because it has blue, it's purple, and it looks funny. And so I got it not as a tool, but as a novelty item, and I can now say that I have a gas station knife. And I find it kind of funny. The thing for the keychain kind of hinders the latch ever so slightly. But what bothers me is that the latch is not on the bite handle. The bite handle doesn't have the latch. That threw me off, and it's really stiff. I tried to loosen this. What I'm gonna have to do is that I'm gonna have to. Is that rust? No, it's not. Wait, maybe. No, it's not rust. Oh, it is a little bit dirty. What was I talking about? Dadgummit. Oh yes. I might just take apart the hilts and just oil the washers so they'll move a bit more freely. But yeah, it was just zip tied closed, and I just got the zip tie off. And in the car, not in the gas station. And I was just playing around with this, and tiny Balisong, tiny Balisong. I don't know. It has an edge to it, an actual edge. It's not like a trainer. This does have an edge to it, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to give it away or anything like that. At least I don't plan to. But I mean, I haven't cut myself with it yet. But like, it does have a decent edge. But yeah, I wiped it down with a hand wipe because God knows how many people were touching that. Another thing that you'll probably notice is that missed something in the chat. Let me come in. Hola. Anyway, so it doesn't have like, I don't say prongs, but these, doesn't have these, and the reason why they're a thing is so you can hold it like this. As you can see here, that does not have that, and that's because, well, you're not going to be holding it like that. I mean, you kind of are, but not exactly. I mean, you're going to be holding it like this. I don't know. This is good for like carving your girlfriend or wife's name initials into a tree on your first date. That's kind of concerning. Why bring a knife to your first date? And in case somebody tries to hurt your girl, or if you're a girl, it hurts your man. I don't know. Some crazies in the park. So yeah, I got this, and I told the lady at the desk, at the checkout, she seemed pretty busy, but like, I got this, and this doesn't seem kind of like what a guy would. Yeah, yeah. But I was like, I got this for a novelty item, and she's like, okay. But we'll just go ahead and put this aside, and ooh, so I lost a tactical knife at my friend's house. He has like this acre, I think it's like 10 acre, in his backyard, and I lost my tactical knife. It had a sepal cutter, glass breaker, and it was assisted. It had a regular edge and then some serrations at the bottom. And it had a flashlight on it as well, and a compass. And it was all black, and it was black and green. It was really cool. I lost it. I was devastated. And one of my friends heard about this, and he decided to give me one of his knives that he didn't really care that much about. It's only a card knife. It's only the size of a credit card or gift card or whatever. As you can see here, it has this little lock, and he was so nice as well. So this uses origami essentially to deploy. So deploy this. Doot, doot. There we go. And I haven't used this edge. I haven't heard of this brand. It looks like it says Gabriel. The paint has some air pockets in it. Anyways, so yeah, it essentially just uses origami to deploy and to get back. Credit card sized pocket knife that can fit in your wallet. I think that's pretty cool. So I mean, I lost a knife, gained a knife. I probably never get that other knife back. It was a Christmas present. My titanium knife. I forgot that. I knew I was forgetting a blade. Let me go get my titanium knife. I'm cramped in this space. Yeah. I just knew I was. I just couldn't remember what it was. Now I remember. I swear, if I end the live stream and I remember another knife, I'm just going to kick myself. Okay, back to it. This is also a Christmas present. This. There we go. Why are you so... Why are you so gunky? Gross. It's nasty. So the blade. Really? What ails you? There we go. I mean, the action, it isn't the greatest. It's... Are there any washers? No, wait. No, hang on a second. Are there actually any washers? Is it just metal on metal? No, there's washers. Okay. I just need to take this apart and just oil up the washers because this is atrocious. The action on this is just atrocious. It's just so freaking stiff. It feels horrible. But the blade itself is made out of titanium. And so I find this really, really cool. Now this is what's called a frame lock. Because, well, the frame is only the lock. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So, is that off center? It is! Oh, okay, I'm going to have to fix that as well. That's probably from me pushing it with my thumb. Anyways, so, as you can see here, this is part of the frame. So, right, open it. You can see it move, and it locks the blade into place. And so, yeah, that's why it's called a frame lock. And the reason why I don't like frame locks is because whenever you're holding on to this, you could bend the lock further in. And I've heard horror stories where if you were to hand a frame lock knife to somebody, whenever they, I think, either close it or deploy it, they would instantly just press into the lock. Like, what are you doing? So, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of frame locks because if that gets damaged and it's got rust on it, that's nice. That's nice. I'll just have to get some alcohol and just rub that off. If you didn't know, isopropyl alcohol actually can get rid of surface rust. So, anyways. Yeah, so if that breaks off, it just doesn't have a lock. It does have a clip on it, except down clip. So, Metal Complex is going to hate that. And this was one of my daily carries. This two-tone gray Gerber knife. This is a lockback. Why? But I mean, it's pretty solid. I personally like lockbacks more than frame locks or liner locks, which you're about to see. Did the chat just... Okay. So, anyways, made in USA, Portland. I don't want that. I don't. Anyway, so to release this, you just simply press this lock here, and something I like to do is just so much fun to do. So I got this from my brother for Christmas. He loves Smith & Wesson. So what's funny is that he was saying to me at my papa's house, at papa's house. We call him Papa. He's my mom's dad. He said, theoretically, if I were to get you a knife that was similar to your old knife, the one that I lost, would you want that? And I was like, yeah. And he showed me this, would you want this? And I was like, yeah. And dang, I just showed you your Christmas present, and we both laughed about that, and I kind of forgot about it. And this has a liner lock, and as you can see here, this is what I was talking about: fine edge versus serrations. And once again, tip down, metal complex. I know you're gonna hate me. Anyways, liner lock. I don't like liner locks, and just this is a liner lock, and it's the same concept as frame lock. It just comes under the blade and locks it in place. The reason why I don't like frame locks nor liner locks, because it's the same reason. This is a thin piece of metal. It could snap, or it could go all the way over here, and then the knife would just flop down. That's just nothing that you want in a knife. But you just press it to the left or to the right, usually to the left, to close it. The action on this is way better. I know tactical whips are kind of cringe, but I mean, meh. It's fun to do. As I keep it in here, this was recently lost. There's a finger prick on there. Ew! Gross! Sound like you're I do. Anyways, this knife was recently lost to time in my room. It fell into the back rooms and disappeared for months upon months. And I was very sad because of it. And get in there properly. And I recently found it, so I'm very happy. And I was closing it the other day, and I cut myself. You can't really see the cut. You can't see this. Just forget. I don't know what I'm doing. This over here. Time for this. Batarang. Sorry, I thought it was loud. So this is assisted. Or yeah, I guess this would be assisted. It's dual edged. So now you can take on two assailants. Don't get away from me. I don't know. It's supposed to be reminiscent of Batarang. It does not. I saw this on Amazon. I sent it to my mom. I was like, this is what I want for Christmas, and I got it for Christmas. And the Amazon listing does not say Batarang. It just says knife, something like that. It's a Chinese knockoff of a Batarang, but it's got some heft to it. This does got some weight to it. So even if without the blades, let's just say that I couldn't deploy the blades in time, I could still hit a person in the eye or head and that really hurt them bad. And then I could, you know, slash, you know, what you could do with a dual-edged or double-edged knife, I suppose. And technically, this is both tip down, well, tip down and tip up because it's dual-edged. Both are liner locks, and if you deploy them too fast, I mean, look. This lock is deployed further than it should, which is a nuisance. That's why I don't like liner locks nor frame locks. Has some gunk on the edge of the blade. That's nice. Oh wait, is that paint chipping? Oh, it's paint chipping. Okay, that sucks. I have one more knife. Again, I got this for Christmas, but I have one more knife that I got for Christmas, and that'll be the knife. That'll be it. So I was getting a balance on for my little brother, and I saw this one. I was like, "Ooh, I want him to have this one," but I was like, "You know what? I actually want this one." And this has like a little belt loop, so you can put this on your belts if you wanted to. I don't know why you would, because it's blunt, but gosh, it's pretty. It's pretty. The action, I mean, it's not that great, but I mean, swish. It's nice. It's not sharp. It's blunt. I realized that I just mentioned that. But what's funny is that I dropped this once, and the tip actually did hit right here and made a really bad bruise. I'm like, ow! So I reckon with like enough force, this would be able to like make a shallow penetration into a rib or a stomach or neck. I think of these scenarios just for like self-defense. But no, this is not real gold. This is plastic. Everything about this is plastic except for the blade. But man, it's pretty. Again, it's not sharp, so I don't know why you would need to carry it around, but I mean, you do you, I suppose. If you want to carry it around, carry around a blunt model. Carry around a blunt balisong, more power to you. But yeah, that's all my knives, and yeah, that's it. That's all my knives. I swear, if I forget a knife, if I end the live stream and I remember a knife, I'm going to kick myself. I will be so mad with myself. So mad with myself. I don't think I forgot a knife. Let me think here. No, I did not forget a knife. All right, well, that's it. That's it. We got 2 viewers. Stream's over. Sorry. And he immediately left as soon as I said that. Okay. We still got 1 viewer. Hi there. And they left. All right, that's fitting because I'm in the live stream. Well, later, guys, and God bless you all. And we just got a viewer. Hi. I was just showing off my knives. Stream's over. But you can watch the stream in the replay because I don't delete streams unless they turn out badly. Then I do. But I've only had to do that with one. Anyways, actually two. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe.